Well, let's talk about this. Well, one thing, um, it was last Monday, so more like 8 days ago, was the first time I recall ever hearing about social distancing. So I'm going to talk about why every time I see that word social distancing, it makes me, I have OCD and want people to keep a distance, especially dirty people. Yeah, those demonic, dirty, homeless men who overly touchy feely and always want to put their dirty hands on you and stuff like that, you know. So and then they got a lot of perv on their mind and treat you, they don't care if you've been raped or whatever. You go to the homeless day center or shelter and they act like they're entitled to every right to put their hands on you while being verbally abusive and rude to you at the same time. Men don't know how to talk to women. The homeless men, they talk to me so horribly and yet claim to be a Christian. But anyway, so remember I did the video last week. I didn't have it. I talked about the aftermath of what happened because everything happened so fast. About the elderly man who gave me this mean, he looked like he was in his 80s. And he gave me this mean look and coughed on me on purpose. And, I didn't even know that he was going to do that. I was at my first time at that library. And I went to sit down, and the very moment, right on cue, the moment I put my stuff down and tried to sit down, then he coughed on me on purpose and then gave me a vicious, mean look. And so I told the librarian about it immediately, because people were like, tell when it happened. Yeah, and when I tell when it happened, there's still nothing they can do. So yeah, that was with the video of me telling him doing that, and then the lady said, there's nothing we can say, and then she tried to lecture me about social distancing. So now every time I see or hear about that word social distancing, I'm triggered to anger and be upset thinking about that situation, talking about social distancing. But she should have been telling him about social distancing, not me. And that was before the social distancing was even enforced. And so some people feel like, I thought it was just me, but some people feel like even though I have OCD and don't like nobody near me, but one thing I'm kind of mad about is I can't sit in the seat that I want to on the bus. So I'm forced to sit in the dirty seats because they lie and say, oh, we keep the buses clean and sanitary. No, y'all don't, because the bus seats are still dirty and the buses are still dirty. Y'all might have cleaned the damn bus, but y'all don't clean the transit buses. I'm lying and say you keep everything clean. No, you don't. You keep everything dirty. But so I get triggered and angry. It's like a trigger to anger every time I see that word social distancing. Well, I said he coughed on me. I wasn't trying to go near him. I was just minding my business trying to use a computer. And so she tried to tell me about there's nothing we can say or nothing we can do about it. And then she tell me about social distancing. That reminded me of when I was in high school, and the teacher who was one of my favorite teachers in junior high was a disciplinarian or something like that when I was in high school. Miss Herbez, Miss Jan Herbez was her name. And Miss Herbez, when I told her about the kids, and I think that was noise harassment when I was started in junior high with the noise harassment and the bullying. I've been bullied all my life, but the noise harassment more like started in 9th grade. with this boy named Stephen Locklear. He used to hoe fuck with Stan Koronika. But anyway, Stephen used to walk up to me and then slam. He used to slap his, he used to sneak behind my back and he used to slap his hands together in my ear on purpose just to get me to get nervous and jump and because I get startled easily. And I didn't realize it was because of cult abuse that the foster mom put us in. But and then the hardcore Butch Mandike teacher, Mr. Dozier, Miss Dozier, the hardcore Butch Mandike teacher, who ended up illegally being a damn principal, because you don't deserve to be a principal. Miss Dozier tried to, be like, well, he's not putting his hands on you. He's not doing anything. But he kept on, harassing me with noise. But anyway, when people used to pop their gum in my ear on purpose to make me mad, the teacher, Miss Herbaz, that was my science teacher in 7th grade. And then by the time I was in high school, she was a disciplinarian. And Miss Herbaz when I told her about the kids keep harassing me and popping their gum in my ear on purpose to make me mad, and her response was, you need to mind your own business. You need to mind your own business. I'm like, but they're harassing me. So how they harass me, and you tell me I should mind my own business? That is my business if they're harassing me. So that's what that reminds me of, when that lady tell me about social distancing, and the man was coughing on me, and then giving me mean looks. And I think he had a red book bag or something like that, but he wasn't wearing red clothes. That's how I knew he was a perp. An old ass, he should have been dead a long time ago, rather than staying alive harassing people, harassing and tormenting people. These narcissistic abusers who are gang stalking perps, and they illegally live too long. And it seems like the good people always die in their 40s or younger, while the wicked, the narcissistic abusers, freaking excellent health and wealth, and they're the ones go around doing evil that looks good. Evil that they, just because they don't physically put their hands on you. Some of them do. But even if they did put their hands on you, they gaslight you, and then the bully fag cops, the police lie on you. The police lie and say, well, you did that. I don't believe he hit you. You punched yourself in the nose. Or you busted your own lip. He didn't do that. So, yeah. I was just talking about, me being upset about that social distancing term. But I know the government created this in a lab in China on purpose. There go the train. I hear it. But the government created the Wuhan coronavirus in the lab, and then they lied and said that they lied and said that that the virus came from wild animals. No, they created that in a lab, and we're not stupid. But I just thought about something. The reason why they want us to social distance from each other, because I remember seeing a Simpsons prediction, a Simpsons episode where they talk about that everybody's brains will be connected to each other via computer, and like on social media you can block people. They said that, I wish I can find it too, and they said that everybody will be communicating everybody will be connected to each other's brains, and you can block people on social media now, but if you're connected, you won't be able to block somebody or turn them off if they're aggravating and annoying you. I guess that would make it better for the gang stalkers. So I thought that the reason they want to condition us for trans, I think this kind of, with the mark of the beast and stuff, I think this condition us to like they want to take away human feeling, human touch, human closeness, and use artificial intelligence and stuff. I was in the room earlier, in this hotel room earlier, thinking that I think this ties into transhumanism. Make us mindless robots, and they want us to stay distant from each other, hate thy neighbor and stuff like that. And I heard demons turn on each other and betray each other. So yeah, they want to keep us distant and stuff. And I think this plays a part in transhumanism and stuff. So my time might be running out, so I'll see y'all later. Bye.